The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Spartans will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Delaware's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
To the air, it's Valdez. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Spartans' offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No fair catches here, looking for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Runs through the tackle. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Oklahoma State escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win. but I think those Pokes fans could have done without this one being so close. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Burks. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Silver. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Makes the catch. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have moving toward the end zone? And the ball is free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You just wondered how the weather conditions would affect ball security in this game. It is so cold here at night, and that ball has got to be hard to hold on to. You saw an example of it right there. Bad ball security leads to the takeaway.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. The give to the back. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And just like that, they're out of trouble. They're going to run it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. To the ground, he's got it again. Breaks the tackle. Got enough for the first. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The give. Finding open areas. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Blue Hens want to crank the tempo. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. And the ball's free in looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem. But thankfully, they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Valdez. Got him downfield. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And it's no good. He missed it. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency.
He lobs one high down the left side. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The give on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To the air. It's Valdez. Gonna take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Blue Hens. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll do it himself. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. The give is to Smith. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Valdez. He's got his man. And tackled here by the defense. The Blue Hens line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds a man in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. At the 35, he's open. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Back to throw, it's Valdez. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Leaves it with the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And they can't make the connection. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. from the gun on third down. Finds his man. It's West. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. He'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Spartans want to move quickly. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's head back to the place they've been playing football for more than 100 years, Spartan Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's West. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging in the primary reason. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Handoff to the lone back. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Spartans decide to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. To the air, it's Valdez. Makes the grab on the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the kick.
There he goes! And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wants to fire on second down. He fires to the left side. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. It's West. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
Good enough for first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Connection to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that is enough.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is in the air. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer.
He's got it for a big play. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Valdez. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Tate. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. South Alabama went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Jaguars. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man down the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Just keep slinging it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Finds the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Running into the open space. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The run from the shotgun.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Trying play action. Catch in the middle. It's Tate. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Valdez. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Spartans moving quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it, looking for the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The handoff keep working on that clock. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Going to the running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Fighting off the defender. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
At the 40. And that's a first down for the offense.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give to the tailback. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To throw, it's Valdez. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on second down. Working on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
3rd down coming up.
3rd down play from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Spartans hit it quickly to the line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. These corners backing off a bit. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
2nd down coming up.
Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.